Shalom, brothers and sisters. It is so good to be sharing some things with you. I know you all have been wondering, where is she at? Just been so many things that have been going on, and I've just been spending time allowing the Father Yah to pour into me and just gathering some things that he has been pouring and compiling those things. And when he is done, I'll be coming back with a message. But I wanted to share something that was brought to my heart as I was getting dressed. And so earlier today, and today is Monday. I'm talking about Monday. Today is Monday, and it's the 27th, April 27, 2025. And so I just was thinking about something as I was getting dressed today. I was getting dressed, and as I was, you wash your face and you're getting dressed, and I look and I'm like, where is this bump? I'm thinking about this like bump that just came out of nowhere on my face, and I'm like, okay. And I looked at it, this blemish, and I'm like, of course, detesting it because for the most part, my skin is very clear. All praises to the Most High. Since, I stopped wearing makeup 3 years ago. Actually it was the summer of 2021, but all praise to the Most High that, my face has been really clear. So I'm looking in the mirror and I'm like, where's this bump coming from? And I'm just looking at it and I'm just like really frustrated and irritated with the fact that I have this blemish, and I'm looking at the rest of my skin, and to myself, I'm thinking, this bump doesn't fit. This is really messing up everything else that I got going on with the rest of my skin. Is clear. My sis Janice always say your skin is flawless. So I'm thinking, okay, this bump is really, just won't let me be great. That's what I'm thinking. And I'm like, okay, I hate this blemish. And then I'm thinking, what can I do to get rid of this? And I'm like, okay, do I have any blemish cream? Let me, I know castor oil is good to put on. So I'm thinking of all the different things that I could do to get rid of this blemish because I want my skin to be flawless again. I want my skin to be completely clear again. And as I was pondering on that, what immediately rose up in my spirit was Messiah and his bride, the bride that he says that he is returning for, that he is coming back for. He said that he is coming back for a bride that is without spot, without blemish, without wrinkle. He's coming back for a flawless bride, a perfect bride, not one spot, not one blemish, not one wrinkle. He's coming back for a flawless, spotless, blemish free, wrinkle free bride. And what was rising up in my spirit was like, okay, this is what he is expecting for us. If we don't, even in our own earthly natural state, if we were to get a blemish, let's say if you got a big day coming up, maybe you have a presentation you have to present before people, or you are getting married, you don't want to wake up the morning of your special day, the morning of or even the night before, when you have a presentation, when you have to go before, you do not want a blemish on your face. If you're getting ready to get married, You don't want a blemish on your face, whether you're the bride or the groom. You don't want a blemish. You want, on your special day, you want to look perfect. You want your face to be flawless. You don't want anything on your face. You don't want any spots on your face, because a lot of times when you have blemishes, even if the blemish does go down, you have, hyperpigmentation, you have the bump, the dark spots. You don't want any dark spots. You don't want any of that. You want to have flawless skin. And I just began to think, what would make us think that Messiah would want anything different with his bride? The same thing that we would want in our own earthly natural state is the same expectations that we have. Well, if we were to get a bump or, any type of blemish or anything stain on our white garments, anything, or if we have a presentation, we're not going to go to work with wrinkled clothes. We're going to iron those wrinkles out. We're going to make sure we put all type of blemish cream, all type of our grandmas, remedies for getting a blemish to go away overnight. We're going to do everything in our power to make sure that blemish is gone, that we are spotless, and that our clothes, our garments are ironed and they are wrinkle free. And so the same effort that we will put into keeping our skin clear, because a lot of times we focus on self-care and making sure that, we are going to the spa and getting facials, and, we have our nighttime regimen and routine for keeping our skin clear and making sure that we're using the right moisturizer. All these things that we do to keep our bodies, to keep our face spot free, spotless, without dark spots, without blemish. Why don't we take that same type of effort? Why don't we have the same expectations when it comes to our spiritual walk with the Father Yah and with our Master Yahushua Mashiach? This is just something that rose up in my spirit as I was pondering when I saw this pimple, this blemish come up, and I'm like, oh no, where did you come? Just out of nowhere. Where is this? And I'm thinking about looking in my cabinets and drawers, and I'm trying to find everything that I can to put on it. And while I was doing that, I just heard this in my spirit. This is the same way. This is the same expectation that I'm going to have my people. This is the same expectation that my son is going to have for his bride that he is returning for. This same effort that you're putting into tearing up your house, seeking high and low, trying to find the right remedy to get rid of, to eliminate that blemish, you will put on any and everything. Okay, grandma said lemon juice, and baking soda, rub that on, aloe vera, the aloe vera plant, all these things will get rid of a dark spot. Because once the blemish goes down, that bump goes down, then the hyperpigmentation sets in, and now you get that dark spot most of the time. And so we're like, we should be, that's what came to my heart. We should be taking this same approach. We should not be satisfied with having blemishes. Some of us don't just have one blemish. Some of us, if we were to be examined by the Father or the Son, we would have numerous blemishes all over our face. And some of us, sometimes you get acne on your back or your chest. I've seen many people get it all over. If we're not satisfied, if it's not pleasing to our eyes to have a blemish, if we don't want to present ourselves to our spouse, to our love, to the one that we're marrying, we don't want to go before them with spots and blemishes. And anybody that says that you don't mind, you're lying, because that's the reason why most women wear makeup. This is a reason why people are wearing makeup. This is a reason why you're going to go and find that perfect concealer, because you want to conceal and hide your flaws. But unfortunately, or I want to say unfortunately, fortunately, You will not be able to put concealer on the blemishes that are spiritually separating you from the Father and the Son and could cost you your salvation, everlasting salvation. There's no concealer for the spots and the blemishes and the wrinkles that spiritually have you bound and separated from the Father and the Son. We do the things that we do in life because we want to be perfect. We go to sleep early to get at least 8 or more hours, but because we want to have our bodies well rested. We want to be refreshed. We want to be, well and rested for the day that's ahead of us. Yah willing. So we get our rest. We try to make sure that we eat well and put the right foods in our body so that we will have the proper fuel and our body will function the way that it should so that we can do the things that we need to do. But then when it comes to the Father Yah, when it comes to doing the things that we need to do to make sure that we're able to enter into his presence, that we're able to stand before him and hear, well done, my good and faithful servant. And then we have excuses. Remember, Adam and Eve, when they sinned in the garden, the first thing they did was hide themselves. They tried to conceal their sin. But you can't hide from Yah. You can't conceal your sins because he's all knowing. And so when we stand before him on Judgment Day, everything, we will have to give an account for everything that we've said, everything that we have done, because it's all being recorded. And when those books, meaning the books of remembrance, are open up, you will know if your name has been blotted out, if you have right to enter into his presence, if you have right to enter in and have right to the tree of life. Or when you hear, I never knew you, depart from me, you who practice lawlessness. I want you to examine yourself. Examine yourself and how you operate in your life and the things that you do to make sure that you're perfect in every area of your life. Many of us do many things to make sure that we're perfect on our jobs, so that we can get that promotion, so that we can get that reward. And we're doing everything possible to elevate in our careers and in our, homes. But when it comes to the Father Yah, when it comes to everlasting salvation, we think that we don't have to elevate. We don't think that we have to grow. We don't think that we have to change or bear fruit. We think that we came to him blemished. As many say, he says, come as you are. But does that mean stay as you are? We have to grow into full maturity of the Father Yah and the Son. That's the purpose of the gifts. So that we can grow into that full maturity of him. We must grow. And he is expecting for us to put that same effort into removing those spots and those blemishes. That's why he says, examine yourself to see if you're in the faith. Examine yourself. And it's hard for many of us who don't consider the ways that we're living our life. It's easy to just go on with life as usual and to never feel that we have to grow. It's easy to get caught up in the mundane things of life and to say, oh, well, God knows my heart. Oh, Yah knows my heart. He knows my intentions and he knows that I've been trying. But he's not winking at our ignorance anymore. We're beyond that I'm trying stage. We have to do it. He's no longer winking at our ignorance. He's now commanding everyone everywhere to repent. And so I want to ask you this question before I get out of here. Are you truly examining yourself to see if you're in the faith? Because if you are truly in the faith, then you are following the Master Yahusha. You're following Yahusha Messiah. You're following him, you're learning of him, and you're remaining in him. And so it's just not enough to say I'm following him. Because those are the only two words that he said. He said, follow me, learn of me, and then remain of me. Those are the three essential principles. Follow me, learn of me, and remain in me. And so how can you follow him if you don't know him? And how can you know him if you don't remain in him? I just wanted to just present this. I didn't want to make it too deep. This is just a regular, everyday, earthly example. I was literally in the mirror and I noticed this blemish coming and I'm like, really? And I began to get disgusted looking at it, and I'm literally looking in all my cabinets, my drawers, and I'm trying to find what can I do to get rid of this bump. I want this bump gone. Like literally looking in the mirror. Every time I look in the mirror and I go leave the mirror and I look back and I'm like, oh, this thing is just here. And I'm like, oh, and when I'm looking at it, I'm like, it's making the rest of my face not look right because it's like ruining everything else. You understand what I'm saying? It's like this blemish is making the rest of everything else not look right. I literally I got to get this blemish off my face. And immediately as I'm thinking that, I'm just hearing in my spirit, so what do you think? What do you think about my son? What do you think he is going to be wanting? Do you think he wants to stand here and you say, well, everything else looks nice. Oh, my dress looks nice. Oh, but I don't have, but you got blemishes all over your face. We can't cover those. We can't cover spiritual blemishes with concealer. Maybelline and L'Oreal and MAC is not going to cover the blemishes that spiritually will cause you to be eternally separated from Yah the Father and Yahusha the Son, the only begotten Son of the Father. And so I just wanted to just share this brief message and just for us all to consider how we're living our life, not to be careless in how we're living our life in these last days. We should be mindful of our spiritual garments, mindful of and ask him, Father, what do I lack? What am I lacking? Where reveal to me the blemishes that my eyes have been blinded to. Ask him, what blemishes do I have? Because sometimes the blemishes start under the skin before they actually come forward. And so ask the Father, pray and ask the Father, what am I lacking? And where are the spiritual blemishes? Where are the blemishes that I can't see? And those that are blatant, okay, now that you know about them, what are you doing? Are you just looking at the blemishes? Are you trying to do anything to remove them, to get rid of them? Because he is coming back for a bride without spot or blemish. So when people keep saying nobody is perfect and nobody can be perfect, that is a lie from the pit of hell. He has said over and over and over and over again, be ye perfect, for I, Yah, your Father, am perfect. And his Son is coming back for a bride without spot or blemish. Do you believe the report? He has said it out of his own mouth. His word is his voice. He's coming back for a bride without spot or blemish. And so take heed. Lest no man deceive you and tell you, oh, you don't have to be perfect. That's a lie. We must be perfect. And so I pray that you take heed to this message and that you consider, that you examine your walk. Shalom.